Oh, what? Huh? What? Yeah, what?
The best.
Yes.
Business.
Yes, indeed. Vega Squadron. Ad Finem. This is like 70% of the way through the EU group stage. We're getting towards the tail end here. I wonder, Trent, if our day will end a little early, where like the certainly eliminated teams, will they still play, or will they just give up? That's always a question. It
is a question. Yeah, I don't know.
Most of the time they will play, but so remember earlier we were saying, what is the definitive cutoff? 6 losses is it, and Navi is now the first team.
Right, that makes sense.
Definitively 100% out of it. 1-6. Every other team still has a chance. Alliance are 1 loss away from being mathematically eliminated as well. Context of this game: Ad Finem, they are 5-2. Vega Squadron, they are 3-4, I believe, unless we're behind an update. So either way, Vega 3-4, 4-4. They are right on the cusp. 5 losses puts you in a very, very rough situation. But if Ad Finem take a win here, that puts them in an amazing position. They only have 2 games left. Ad Finem plays Escape after this. So mid-tier matchup.
Oh, that's good, though. I haven't got any Escape yet today. I love the Escape boys. They're Cinderin, of course, our Moonduck brethren. I just put an O in there for brethren, but that's okay.
We're not casting it. So...
What? I thought you just said we were casting it.
No, I'm saying that is their last match coming up, but it's on the other channel.
Our last
I'm just saying, like, Ad Finem they're going to be the first team that plays all of their games, I think. So, yeah, sorry to dangle that carrot in front of you. I know you're hungry.
Did we get any?
Any what?
Are we not going to Escape?
Any Escape games today?
Yeah.
All right, pump the brakes there, Hoss.
Okay. We
yes,
should get this out of the way now.
They are playing against Fantastic Five.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
Good enough.
Great. So what do we got here? Slardar Spirit Breaker from Vega. This is a nice change of pace here. Even deep in the tournament, we're seeing some variety in heroes. Bounty Hunter, Warlock, Mirana for Ad Finem. Nothing too crazy over there, but little SB action.
Classic anti-bounty hunter hero. They didn't have the Darkseer, which is where you kind of see it. Like, it's unusual to see them. Like, why not just go with Darkseer Spirit Breaker instead of Slardar Spirit Breaker? So, in this case, it's because Vega favored the Slardar. They can run it for FNG, but they could run it off lane. I mean, one would assume this would be an off lane Spirit Breaker, but like, despite them having Slardar and Spirit Breaker, FNM still banned the Darkseer because that's how good that combo is with Iron Shell. Like, that says something. I feel like, you know, like, how would that have worked out? It would have been like position 5 Slardar or something.
Yeah.
Or I guess it could have just been position 1 Slardar, to be fair. But I just not really an FN hero in my head.
Reserve time.
Disruptor for Vega Squadron. Surprise?
Wow. But as surprised as I am at how delicious this fuzzy peach is.
Shout out to this guy in Twitch chat. Your camera work is great. You've never missed a thing. But that could also be because I'm playing something most of the time and just listening to the cast.
I'll take it. It's the best compliment you've ever gotten on your camera work.
That one, 10 out of 10, dude. That really boosts the confidence there. You haven't missed anything that I've seen, but I'm also not watching.
Wait, do we have the same candy? You guys have fuzzy peaches, right?
Fuzzy peaches. Are those little, like, peach ring things?
Yeah, they're like little circles. Like they're...
Yeah, I mean, they exist. I wouldn't say they're
not like
top
huge?
tier. They're not a tier 1 candy here. You know, we're all about, like, the Snickers and Reese's marketing, dude. Snickers, Reese's, and Oreos own the sugar aisle.
What about, like, Swedish fish?
They exist.
Not tier 1? I like gummies, not tier 1.
Some
like
people
Maynards,
would say they're
Sour
tier
Patch
1.
Kids.
I mean,
game,
I like
tier
gummies,
1.
but I would say, like, candy bars are much more popular here than gummies. You know, like, that fatty peanut... Americans love peanut butter, dude. And you know what we like more than regular peanut butter? Sugary, hydrogenated fat peanut butter wrapped in fucking chocolate, dude. That's what we love it. We love it!
Yeah. Interesting.
Reese's is insane, though, dude. They've taken over. Like, you go to that aisle, and it's just all orange now. They've got the little bites, the little pieces, the big cups, the double cups, the half cups, the big boy cups, the mini cups. It's fucking ridiculous.
I learned so much today.
I mean,
thanks, man.
I'm satisfied with the classic. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes less is more, you know? I don't always need that many choices. I don't need to choose from 15 different Oreos. I just want golden double stuff. God damn it.
Yeah, same. Okay, golden Oreos are just like way beyond any other Oreo. All right, let's. I'm in. Last picks.
Vega, what do we got here? I mean, they're
they
thinking
took
about
care
it.
of the life stealer themselves, so no combination there. They Slark was banned out, classic Illidan hero, but obviously we're past that now. I just think of Illidan every time I see it. So we'll see what FN wants to be his classic hero. If he wants to go into a Juggernaut or something.
Phantom Assassin.
Be the PA. Another classic combination
Team banned.
with the amplified damage, so get some bonus damage from your daggers. Good for the jumping on top of the Drow. We were talking about her earlier as a possible solution up against the old Ranger.
Really like this Vega lineup. Like you're looking at a Drow Ranger.
Classic Vega too.
You've got Slardar, Blink running at him. You've got Spirit Breaker. His job is literally to run at them. You've got Disruptor, who is not only really good when you're running at people, he's good at pulling them back, and he's also good at doing things when you give him vision, like Spirit Breaker tends to do. Big glimpses, big static storm, kinetic fields. Then you got PA, little lady throwing daggers, jumping on top of the Drow Ranger. Like every single one of these heroes is good against Drow Ranger in some way, and I think they're reasonably good against Bounty Hunter. They've got ways to deal with Moonlight Shadow, and I mean Warlock's not going to be having fun if he gets charged by a Spirit Breaker and there's anybody else nearby. Like this could be one of those games where Vega just goes full Vega and takes over in 5 to 10 minutes. You know?
Reserve
Yeah,
time.
Am I too
every answer
excited
they
here?
have.
I mean,
Like,
come on.
No,
Spirit
I think
Breaker,
you're
bro.
bang on, dude. The catch is ridiculous. If they try and approach with this like Drow Warlock lineup and they can't find that right angle, if they like this isn't like, oh, we messed up with the Golem and we only got like let's say the Slardar and you just leave. Like no, Spirit Breaker, Glimpse. These heroes are gonna making you give the run back, you know. And then like the mid hero ban on the Magnus, obviously very smart for the empowered PA. Would have been very good.
Yeah, Battle Fury PA. That's not one we're seeing much these days. Lol.
Lol. Dead hero. Well, dead build, I should say.
Dead build. That
This is
one.
good. I mean,
a
this
dead
is
build.
just so good. Like Vanguard Deso was the first one that really started coming out. Now it's just like Deso Vlads for the most part.
Yeah.
What about FNM though? Last one, more than likely gonna be an offlaner, someone who pairs well with the
5
bounty
seconds
hunter.
remaining.
They need a melee beefcake. Like they need somebody Tide-esque. Beastmaster would have been good. Like somebody that can peel and also absorb a little bit of damage. Right now, I think they're rolling the dice with just getting run over, and they need somebody like a Dark Seer, for example. He's been banned out, but
Yeah, but the same idea, like the Tide.
yeah. Somebody that can help break up the fights, throw the wrench in the mix. You already have the Warlock who can kind of do that, but someone who's a little more reliable and can jump in the front line. You know, they also just don't have a great way to deal with Spirit Breaker. You know, a second,
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. Like, how do they stop the charge?
Like,
oh,
you
that's
know-
a dope bench pick.
yes, it really is.
Oh,
This is
I hope that's position 1 and then the PA mid.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I want to see like a roaming Spirit Breaker, position 5 Disruptor, 1 Venge, mid PA, and just like 10 minutes
10
run at him.
seconds remaining.
And I think this could be really hard for Ad Finem to deal with. Again, Venge. Now this is 5 heroes that are all very good against Drow Ranger. Their dire side, you've now got minus armor out the wazoo with Venge and Slardar. Easy Roshans if you're getting picks. It's a very low armor team to start with in general, except the Drow. There's the Tide Hunter, so
Yeah,
I like
that makes
it.
sense.
Makes sense. They needed something.
Yep,
But
needed a mechanism.
Still, Spirit Breaker. So what do we have to deal with Spirit Breaker's charge? You've got Shuriken. That'll stop him if you can get it off.
Gust.
Gust. Ravage. Arrow.
God tier arrows.
Yeah. That's
I mean,
not a
that's
hell of a
thug.
lot.
Ravage.
But hey,
I like that. Ravage. Just throw it out there. I mean, you never know.
but you know, you compare that to people or heroes that are actually good against Spirit Breaker, you know, like Ember Spirit, Rubik, instant disables that you see him coming and it's just like, okay, well, that's a free stun. That's a free cliff. See you later, cheeseburgers.
I'm feeling Vega. I take it you are too.
Yeah, I really am. I think we've seen a lot of Drow strats. Some of them have worked. Some of them have been mid-tier. I think this one, on paper, should be one of the hardest to execute. Like, they have to really, like... These team fights for Ad Finem need to start is like ASAP, and they need to like make sure every Ravage, every Golem makes a big difference, and it shuts down this momentum because Vega is... They are ready to fight. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I'm just not sure. Much harder to execute from the Radiant. I would agree. Just
Yes.
the Ravages, as you said, the Golems, they have like T-ball kind of set up, right? Because Ravage is like big AoE, big kind of like, all right, you got 2 heroes. That's good with the Ravage, and then from that you can work off into a better Golem ulti and stuff. But be tough. Nice D ward. Good start here for the Radiant side. Well done.
30 seconds.
And the lanes, we didn't talk about lanes very much in this whole setup, but I think everything's as we predicted. PA's mid, Venge top for the FN. Yeah, they're not aggroing or anything. If you aggro try, then Spiritbreaker doesn't really have a lot of movement around, right? So
Yeah.
doesn't make too much sense. So that allows you to roam into the mid lane. That's going to help out the PA up against Thug, but he's a survivable mid anyway, so Miranda shouldn't be having the worst time. Slardar gets a little bit of help from F&G down here. I chose F&G for most kills. I don't know. What about you? By 10 minutes? I'm a believer.
I chose Iceberg.
Okay. Also potential.
I almost
the combos.
chose FN. I thought of
would've been a
Venge,
mistake.
and then I went, you know what, PA, she throws daggers. She's a little scarier. You think it's going to be FNG,
This is
huh?
a smart play, too. Yeah, they have F&G couriered out just in case the bounty's there, because he isn't shown anywhere yet.
Radiant get the ward up on the plateau above Roche. Looks like it wasn't scouted. That's always the battle.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that one.
And it's a solo Slardar, too. Like, this is just like what we saw Bulba, too. Knowing it's a very weak offlaner at level 1, so you come in with the pressure.
There's
I don't
no
think they can
Oof,
get
though.
the kill, though.
Yeah, without an Oof, definitely not. And it's a nice crush
No.
on 2. They don't even really do that much damage to him. I mean, the Warlock DOT hurts, but...
I mean, 3 tangos, a salve, not close to an Iron Talon, though. This is a pretty big deal.
Oh, it hurts, but... I mean, last time we saw this, it looked like 1 or 2 hits from a kill, you know?
Oh, they just saw that get placed. There's the ward up there. So they know that's blocked now. And they have sentries on the bounty.
Well, FNG finds a nice bash on the Bounty Hunter. The big boy's ready to trade blows, but it's 2 on 3. They need to be careful here. Slardar, nice crush. Breaks things up a little bit. FNG, hoping for some RNG.
Oh, he gets
He
it!
gets it. He actually gets a bash on Spartan.
Uh,
Weird sequence.
I love F&G Spiritbreaker. It's the classic. He is like he's got to be the most played Spiritbreaker in pro games. I can't think of anyone who would be close.
You should look it up, man. You've got the power. He's going to suicide here.
I hit the power. That power was taken away.
You know, that was a little close. Bounty Hunter was
It
like,
was a little close.
not...
Oh, yeah. I was about to see if
fuck.
Mag was going to suicide.
Oh, man. Now I missed the first blood. See what you did, Spirit Breaker. So they kill the Tide Hunter up top. The Venge Disruptor combo. It's a pretty nasty duo in these early levels, no doubt.
I didn't think that he would die, though, honestly.
Me neither. Me
Like,
neither.
You almost had your prediction of FN. I mean, he's got 1 kill already. It's a good start.
Yeah, Iceberg hasn't started yet, though. He's still forming.
So what has Skylark done so far? I mean, he's only level 2. This is kind of like Timber Saw 2, right? Before, like, level 3, you want to get as many kills as you can or as much pressure as you can on the Tide, because then he gets into the second point of Kraken Shell or Anchor Smash. He just runs at you as a support. They haven't decided to, like, block this off or anything, so chance there, Yomo is going to be dedicated up here a lot. He's going to go for the pull-through now and deny a full wave to Tide. So he just leaves. Oh, he doesn't stack. Why you no stack? Oh, they missed the pull. He came back. Tisk tisk. But look at the stack pull.
Mid lane, Thug, charged up by FNG. Has to cancel it. Leap back into the tower. Takes a little tower shot. Still no boots up on the Spirit Breaker. But this mid lane looking pretty good for PA. Having a fine time against the Mirana. And Bounty is still only level 1. So remember that last Bulba game we saw when you were talking about TPing up and how important it is to get that early XP. This is the kind of example we were referencing where Bounty Hunter is only halfway
what did we
through
say?
level 1 at 3.5 minutes.
I think we said he's like, because he TP top immediately because Axe was jungling, and he got level 2.5 at, it was under 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was like
150.
1.5 minutes or something.
And we said sometimes Bounty is like level 2 at 6 minutes.
Oops.
And this is why we say that, because it's now almost level, wow.
Almost 4 minutes, and he's still level 1. I mean, we're not even... He's about to have passive gold gain for boots. That's what we're talking about here. Oh, he actually gets bashed by the Spirit Breaker. It knocks off his clarity. That's unfortunate. Now down bottom.
That sucks, dude.
That's ridiculous.
That's some good shit right there.
Yeah, that's not according to plan. Offlane brutal for Vega, though. I mean, Mag is slowly but surely working on that Iron Talon. Ad Finem putting a lot of pressure into this tower. Striking early with the Drow strat.
She almost come down. Probably have a lot more fun up top too. Looks like they need the assistance. God, fuzzy peaches, they're delicious.
You know what else is delicious? Bounty Hunter's experience. It's almost 5 minutes.
Hurts, man. It is pretty funny that we quite literally said that was going to happen.
Yeah.
And now here it is.
Like 2 games later. That's the best part about the best of ones. You know, you can like talk about all this stuff that's like, well, it didn't happen this game, but it very well could have. You know, you get to see all sorts of different strats where the games don't flow into each other. There is an odd charm about casting best of ones in this group stage.
I love it, dude. I think it's great.
I see why teams hate playing in it, but my God, I'm happy to yell about it.
That's true. Yeah, I hear about that.
I mean, these are got to be like some of the most stressful days of playing Dota, no doubt. These are the days when playing Dota is not fun.
These are the days where your team lives or dies.
Mm-hmm.
You're just done.
It's like unfun stress.
Yep.
All right, Dire's side.
Oh, good vision given by the bounty, though. They just spot out the spirit.
This is a surprisingly good start for the Drow strat. They're out-farming in these lanes fairly handily. Like, not at the top end, but their farm is much more equally distributed, especially when you talk about the supports. Like, Bounty Hunter's starved, sure, but both of the Dire supports are kind of feeling it right now in terms of farm. They're getting experience, but not much money.
It's going to hurt, though, because this is one of those lineups on the Dire side that you hit like 11 minutes and they just group up with this Venge and this PA, and suddenly you're just like, what happened? Like, I thought we were winning.
Yeah.
And you just get steamrolled.
Yeah, one of the issues with the Roaming Spirit Breaker, comparable to the Bounty Hunter to maybe a lesser degree, is just getting that level 6. That's when Spirit Breaker's big kill power comes out. And in slow games like this, 1 kill in 6.5 minutes, it's going to be a long time coming here before he's got another strike.
Going mid with Dust.
Charge onto maybe next time. That's a Radiant Sentry Ward that's down, but with the Dust, they might still be able to do it. Thug connects with an arrow. In comes the Warlock. It's Spartan. He drops the Fatal Bonds, heals up his buddy Thug, and they will all survive. I had Finem ready, though. They want to defend against this Spirit Breaker. They are not going to let their friends die. Bounty looking for a stack. Nailed
it's important it. What nailed. It's important what Madara's doing down here too, where he was just like doing a nice job of controlling the waves and stuff, and like grabbing this camp. He's farming the hard camp a ton, getting a lot of experience, a lot of gold. Trying to catch up to that Venge, who's a little bit ahead of him, but just pushes out, goes back, farms neutrals, and a nice little scan to make sure no one's smoking into him. But Spearbreaker can come on up here and get some experience. I think that would be the play for FNG.
Yeah,
a lot of creeps.
Just get to the point where at 10 minutes you can buy the tome and hit level 6. I think that's a good little goal. Oh, up top, Glimpse, Kinetic Field, Venge with a big stun. Lots of damage there. It's a Ravage.
That's not worth.
Oh, Skylark. Oh, Skylark. Oh, Madara. He's not going to get either.
Okay. I didn't see the Drow was that close, actually. So it was almost worth.
Almost.
But still wasn't worth. But I understand why I made the play now.
Good setup, though. Disruptor pulling him back. That gets Disruptor halfway to level 6, so he's at least getting good experience now.
Yeah, that definitely frees up the tome for FNG, too. So it looks like Bounty had revealed himself, but FNG cancels the charge because Slider wasn't going to be there in time. Yeah. So Mag's back to farming bottom. His gold still really low. He is mega poverty. Just barely ahead of his own Disruptor.
Charge. Headed up to the top lane. It'll be on Madara. Tier 1 tower glyphed up, getting low. Skylark wrapping around the backside, but it's a great time to fight. They know there's no Ravage. Madara getting low, destroyed. The burst damage from Iceberg makes it easy. Warlock only level 5. Of course, no Chaotic Offering. He's been dusted up, and Moonlight Shadow will not be saving him. Skylark also revealed, getting rocked down.
Lost,
they kill the Warlock, and the Watermelon gets chopped up.
They don't have Ravage, bro.
Yeah, dude. Why were they so far forward? I mean, obviously they wanted the tower, but you can't make plays like that when the other team knows you've just blown your Ravage like that.
Risky business. Very well capitalized on by Vega, though. I mean, they brought in everyone. The Power Spirit Breaker, increasing your numbers, taking advantage. Vega with the... to be fair, Iceberg had the DD rune. I mean, perhaps that played a factor, but
And this is also the stage, though, where if you're at Finem, I think you just want to try to avoid fighting. This is kind of when Venge is at her strongest. You know, she was like level 7 there, maxed out magic missile. It's an absurd amount of burst damage.
1,000 HP.
Yeah, you know, compared to waiting just even another 2 or 3 minutes. Like, Venge is particularly scary right now. She's got raindrops. She's tricked out, man.
She's the tankiest hero in the game by like 400. It's actually ridiculous. She has her strength dreads on.
Oh my god, that's insane.
And then when
Especially
you
think about her
Dragonlance, too.
teammates are like Slardar and Spirit Breaker, 2 heroes notorious for their early survivability.
Yeah, I know. She gets up to like 1240, so she's like 300 ahead of them in HP, and even the Tide.
Oh, that's nuts. Bounty Hunter poking around here. He's now level 3. I think he is the lowest level in the game. Indeed. Spirit Breaker, halfway through 4.
Well, maybe next time he's getting a lot of the same vision going on right now. He's kept tabs on the Spirit Breaker in his rotations quite a bit. Like, being up in here and just not seeing the Spirit Breaker also provides information, too. Showing that it could be down the bottom.
Wow.
Probably why you're seeing Spartan TPing out of here.
Disruptor just took the tome for Vega. I'm really surprised. He read it, too.
Really? Did he use it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Unless he sold it back. It's not on the courier. Yeah, he had level 7.
Oh, no, he sold it. You're right.
Oh, he did sell it back. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I thought he used it real fast. I was like,
That
why?
would have been really weird, though.
Why?
That would have been so strange.
Okay. All right. I take it.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
I know the woes of the underleveled Spirit Breaker, and somebody steals your tome. That is
Dire's
like,
middle tower has been
GG.
Come on, man.
Might as well abandon.
it's like help me, help you.
Well, this time, after I'm feeling a lot safer being this far forward.
I've got
They
the
have
rock.
the Ravage. They have the Rock. They have everything. Deso is 1,600 gold away for this PA, though. And poor Spartan, too, was like a not-core Warlock. It's just ran at, daggered, 1 crit. Arrow's going to be a
Arrow?
long time on Iceberg, honestly, but okay. Come on, really?
Static Storm. I would have thought almost they want
I
the.
agree with the decision, because he would have rocked them, but I just feel bad for the Warlock. That's all
Yeah.
I mean. When I say, come on, really. It's like, dude, you guys just going to ult me like that? And meanwhile,
Slardar dies down
Slardar.
bottom. Kills him under the
Nice.
tier 2.
that's huge.
Very nice. for Meg.
321 gold. Towards
Yeah.
his blink.
Bottom tower
My thought there for a second was almost like, just let him drop the rock. I think you guys can just disengage and then it's on cooldown and you're good to push for the next couple minutes. But that
It's
also
scary
works too.
with TPs, too.
Yeah, yeah.
You never really know.
Why risk it when you can just play it safe and go for the clean kill? Arrow, almost hits FN.
This bounty hunter is going to have a very rough game. If the Dire start putting up combination observer sentries too, like where he just like thinks he's coming safely into your jungle, like if you have an observer here and you just put a sentry down and you see bounty walking this way and you start charging him with Spirit Breaker, he's just dead.
Yep.
Like over and over
Are
and
you
over
ready
again.
for FNG? Brown Boots Gem, first item.
Dire's middle tower
I hope he
is
doesn't.
under
That would be silly. That's what dust is for.
He has 2 dust, so we'll see.
Oh look, see, he's in a sentry. He was. They saw the bounty walk through.
Still a lot of damage coming on this tower. We'll zoom out to get the full effect of the frame here and see the positioning.
Nice posturing too. The Warlock in the background here.
Yeah.
They don't have any way to jump him. They know there's no blink. Besides, doesn't get swapped from a strange angle.
They force out the glyph. High
We have to
ground
watch how they
FNG
disengage too.
goes charging in onto Skylark.
Oh, the
they
Static Storm!
drop the Static Storm kinetic field, and he walks
gonna
back
get him?
into it. They actually kill him. FNG pays with his life, but they go 1 for 1. It's an advantage for Vega, obviously, here. Now a huge crush on 3. The follow-up damage is extreme. They'll kill the Bounty Hunter, and now Madara falls shortly after. Spartan stuck inside the kinetic field, and now a glimpse back onto Thug. The Disruptor is ripping this Radiant team apart. A bash to boot from the Slardar will make it an easy cleanup. It's a 3 for 5. The best fight at Finem is found this game, but
The
it is
best
still
they could have hoped for after how it started.
obvious advantage for Vega. Yeah, that's...
I mean, that right at the end there when they got all the kills in the Mirana, like she got 1,800 experience from that.
Yeah, look at the XP change.
Yeah, that was crazy. So very fortunate coming back in. I think she got the kill on the PA right at the end with a Q. So that would have dropped down some of the gold on the
Close.
PA.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate for the PA. That Disruptor, though, he set up the whole
I know.
thing to lock down Skylark. I mean, it was a nice just group effort as FNG charged in and they coordinated it. It looked like they miscued it, though, as FNG kind of bashed him outside of the kinetic field, Static Storm. And or I guess he didn't kinetic field. It was just the Static Storm.
I think he threw a connect field.
Did he?
down
Was
too,
it connect
didn't
field? Because the Tide walked back into the static storm. That was the
he? Yeah,
main
he
thing.
couldn't get out.
There was a moment where he was unsilenced, and then he walked back in, and then he just died pretty much immediately. So he might have been able to get off the Ravage just barely, but it was a shit situation for him. Very, very well done with FNG. He set that up.
Yeah. I mean, one of the only times you see Disruptor pick from other teams is up against Tide Hunter, because obviously Static Storm can't be purged off from Kraken Shell, but when it's a team that plays it so well, I hadn't even considered just the fact of like picking Tide into God tier Disruptor player Sioma. Like, he was so on point with that.
Yeah.
That fight was over if he got off Ravage.
No doubt.
They
Double
would've got
damage
annihilated.
rune up on Vengeful Spirit right now. They do not want to fight this if they're Radiant. They don't have Rock, and now
God, they
Aegis
got
is
him
on
again!
Dire. They grab Skylark. He can't Ravage. Back-to-back deaths, and they're not done yet. Spartan getting chased down by Mag. There's still a lot of friends nearby. He's only on brown boots.
He's going.
They've got this. There we go. There's the crush. There's the
me that
dagger.
Deso.
Phantom strike. Slap him down, PA. Give him the dagger. Another two-ski as they get Roche, and now this will probably turn into a Tier 1 tower siege for the Vega Squadron.
Radiant structures
Weren't we winning this game? Weren't we farming lanes, guys?
Radiant's
What
middle
happened?
tower is under attack.
Well, we didn't get our
14 to
combination off with
3.
our ultis. Some people died.
Oh, damn it, Jeffrey.
Ravage.
Middle tower is
We lost.
Damn it, Tide. Can't you just get some crits already? He
Man,
needs
that is harsh.
he needs to just abandon this mech and get a Force Staff, dude. He needs a mobility item stat.
Yules or something.
Mech's
Toss
not going to
myself
save
in
you,
the
buddy.
air.
God, that is so hard to watch. And Aegis is up on, who was it? Phantom Assassin, who also now has a Desolator, Vengeful Spirit with just HOD and Dragonlance.
But she's level 11 too. Like the range of the swap, the max aura, fully online.
Dude, she hits for over 200. Oh, no, I can't do math. She hits for almost 200.
Close though. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
That's without a creep too.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, she finds herself an alpha wolf.
You compare that even to the Drow Ranger, who at this period of time is usually like, yeah, she's doing a lot of damage. And Venge is even one up on her. Madara going for the classic here. Dragonlance, Force Staff, Hurricane Pike.
A little earlier on this time.
Yes, first item. Big fan, big fan.
Scouts being done here for maybe next time. Ahead of the schmuck, but they're not going to find anyone. So they'll just reveal.
Radiant's bottom
It's like
tower
the Radiant
is
spot
under
them down
attack.
bottom. We're just like, okay, well, we'll just try and split push. Take top tower.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Scary thing is, I think FNG should be in the fog here. Like, what's the point of him hitting this tower? Why isn't he just here, you know?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be more beneficial to have the threat of a possible Spirit Breaker charge coming in and then TPs that might drive them back?
Potentially.
Like, right now, it's the Spartans pinging a lot. Like, why show with this FNG? I don't think it does
Dire's
anything.
top tower is under attack.
It's not like you push any faster.
Radiant's bottom
Hey, now.
tower is under attack.
It's a mighty lantern he's carrying.
Like, look, he just charges in vision of the tower. Like, what's the point of that? Why do that?
Is it a mind game? Is it so that they see that he's charging and then they hope in the hopes that it'll scare him away?
I don't know. He stopped himself
Maybe.
once he got before the creep wave, so it was definitely some sort of a possible mind game.
Weird that now they try to TP in.
Has fallen.
Okay, well, they trade towers. Drow and PA. They'll go tier 2 for tier 2. Advantage for Ad Finem. When you're behind, trading even is always in your favor.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
All right. Well, we start to see the vertical split of the map coming out here, especially with both the towers now down. So Dire look to own this. They're smoking up now, hoping to catch the bounty hunter coming in to scout them out, and it's probably gonna maybe work.
It's going to be close.
Oh, Madara, that is so much better than the bounty hunter.
Oh, my
Crush on
God.
the
And
Warlock.
Crush on 2. Another beautiful static storm. Ravage goes off. It'll cost FNG his life, but they go 1 for 1 and trade Ravage. Maybe Vega can grab a little more here. They are outnumbered. PA's not with him, and that's their Aegis carrier. They're trying to pursue forward. Force Staff onto Skylark. He gets stunned up. They push him to almost certain death. He does not have mech. He pops his stick.
That was greedy.
And it keeps Mag from going. Yeah, if he didn't have stick there, they might have been able to get him. But Arrow hits FN, and they're actually going to get 3 kills out of this. Oh, my. That's huge for Ad Finem. They should have, well, we'll see. Wow, that's a pretty decent net worth gain, I'd imagine. Yeah, about 2,300 swing, 1,800 gain. Would have been totally different if PA was there. She's the Aegis carrier, double damage in the bottle, but unfortunately, she TP'd top to defend right as they decided to do that.
Yeah, mistakes were made.
Needed the PA. PA with a double
Oops.
damage rune there, though. Would have cleaned house, I think. Tide would have died, that's for sure.
Dire's middle tower.
I'm not sure about that. Murata's TPing in. Okay, now there's more heroes.
Iceberg.
Still has Aegis again. He might just turn here.
Bottom tower.
I think so. With the double damage, too. Arrow does connect. Nicely done by the Mirana. Aegis, but now the Glimpse back. Charge on the way.
10.
FNG cancels it.
Remember, they have golems. This could be another slight throw from Vega. They need to be way more cautious.
Yeah. They don't have their Venge here. They need the aura. They have to be cautious about how they take these fights, and they've got to do it on their terms with their entire team. Once they start trying to do this 4v5, 4v4 stuff without one of their cores is when it gets murky.
A little bit of an error, though. I mean, look how much they threw away in the past, like, 2 minutes.
Yeah, this game...
Very
now.
unnecessarily. It's not even like, no offense to Finem, but it wasn't even a good play by Finem. Like, they just walked out of their base, and then they just weren't grouped up anymore in the Dire. Just big
Right.
mistakes. Shadowblade from Adara coming out here, looking to roam around the map with the Bounty Hunter.
Okay,
Going to a Silver Edge against the PA eventually anyway, so it's a good choice.
I like it.
Going for that option over the MKB.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Good stuff. Always good to have mobility on the Drow Ranger, I'd say.
Radiant's top tower
bad.
has fallen.
This is one poor Warlock, though. The opposite of the Warlock we saw last game. 1,800 net worth. Humble little guy.
The core lock and the poor lock. Oh, jeez. Hello, it's somehow funnier when you're so tired.
Poor Lock.
Poor lock. Oh. Sounds like something Slacks would do.
Yeah. Oh, boy. 21 minutes. Things slowing down. Time's really slowing down, man.
Yeah, they goofed on their snowballing. He is almost in the BKB, though, so they're just like, grab some items, do some things.
Yeah, that is something we haven't talked about, but BKB this game is so good for Vega.
It's actually nasty.
Obviously, the
Thug will
golem
do
will
nothing.
stun you through it, but after that, I mean, nice Ags Potom, lull Ravage.
Yeah.
It's getting nasty.
Like, if she BKBs and jumps on top of Skylark, how fast can she kill him? He only has 2 points in Kraken. Not that that really matters at that point, honestly.
Only
but
2? It is peculiar to see so many points in Gush, though, I think.
yeah, I think his laning stage is just kind of weird. Because then he got into like a kind of awkward 1v1 against Avenge.
I mean, it's still nice leveling up the Kraken Shell for the damage threshold. Like, almost just alone, like being able to break stuns and that kind of stuff is...
Yeah, maybe you get 2 or 3 off instead of just 1 or something, depending
yeah.
on your HP at the start.
We've all seen those moments in games where it's just like, all right, don't worry, I'll CC the Tide, and it breaks almost instantly, and you're like, wait, what? God damn it. We had a plan. Cursed Kraken Shell. Stupid pirates. Got a little smoke here. Ad Finem. Looking for the opening. Ready to get aggressive. Maybe next time, the mobile ward in the front lines. Look at this snaky devil. He's going to scout it. He's pinging him. He's pump faking. He's like, hey there, ho there. Do they see the Sladar, though?
Hey, arrowed Seema.
And it's going to cost Bounty Hunter his life. Great bait. Now Drow jumps in. She kills the Disruptor. Forces the BKB out of PA. Skylark uses the Ravage so his team can disengage. Now the Rock comes down. It's a 1 for 2. FNG tries to TP home. Arrow connects and he dies.
Oh, the crush.
Now, following forward, Madara. Oh, crit after stun. 850 from the PA. Ultra kill for Iceberg. Not the best use of the BKB from PA, but
I mean, I think
it worked
works.
out.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Dire's middle tower is under
He just like one-shot that Drow, dude.
It was a weird fight for Ad Finem, though. It's like, you know, it started over here with the Bounty Hunter sort of behind the trees.
Yeah.
Drow disengages this way. Her whole team's kind of back here. One of them's trying to pursue, and then Tide ravages up here to try to zone everybody out. And then after he ravages, it was like Warlock went, oh shit, we're actually fighting and dropping everything? Okay, I'll drop the rock on top of it. And it didn't feel very coordinated from Ad Finem. Like everybody was just sort of trying to make the best they could out of a chaotic, shitty situation after Bounty Hunter died.
Oh, top lane, they got Thug. Oh, dodging
Nice
the arrows. They still
sidestep.
stack storm. They're just holding it.
All right, well, an odd
Nice haste
sequence
through.
from Sayoma there, but the charge, they're going to interrupt him. And Iceberg finds yet another kill. Wicked 6 streak. Well, just like that, looks like Vega are back in control here, Mr. Trent.
Indeed. Big fight down bottom.
Come on,
Again,
Vega.
we talked about the execution and stuff, though, but like if you don't hit those Ravages and those rocks, it's just looks so bad.
And it could have been a lot worse, too. FNG almost survived. He knew he had fatal bonds. He knew he had to get back to the well, and Murano was able to just grab him with an arrow right as that TP was about to launch.
Top tower is under attack.
So they almost didn't even get that kill. Long duration here on the Aegis.
Top tower has fallen.
We have the
28
PDB done
kills
for
and-
FN too.
Fuck, dude, my predictions. Could have had it.
What did you do?
I had 20. I had 16 to 25 for total deaths by 25 minutes. What an idiot!
Oh, mine says correct on that for some reason.
I'm incorrect.
Did you say incorrect?
I'm incorrect, and I did 16 to 25.
Yes, so did I.
Well, GG rigged system. I call shenanigans on this shit.
Mine says result 25. The hell?
Well,
Weird. Anyway,
Bounty
they catch
walks by
Bounty.
a sentry. That's unfortunate for him. Another little freebie. Iceberg now 10-1 and 4. Looks like he's going to move into Vanguard next. That'll be a Skull Basher after. There's the Vanguard. Marana.
Oh, that's amplify damage.
Good night, sweet princess.
Great invis, guys.
Sardar gives her the back of the staff there to the backside. Sick mount. Too bad you did.
Oh boy. So Alpha Wolf still alive? Question mark. Yep. Still there with Venge. PA now. Look at that damage. Oh, disgusting.
Radiant's middle tower
250
is
from the
under
PA.
Yeah, Vega's ready to make it happen, man. Alpha Wolf, HOD, they've got everything they could ever want and more. 2 BKBs. Venge with her freshie.
Radiant's middle tower
A little bit of
has
that
fallen.
10-second action. 2 minutes on the Aegis of the Immortal, but here we
Ooh,
go. High ground
no
siege.
respect.
There's the swap
Oh my
into
God.
insta-crit. Get miterated upon Mr. Warlock. My God.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Oh, well, Mag, maybe.
Almost
oh, no.
dead,
oh,
but
no.
Iceberg,
Save the drow.
he jumps in, he wants it, he goes in maybe a little bit deep, but now FNG, he's got the charge. Madara needs to be careful, gets invis. FNG taking huge damage, but Madara, he goes down. Another static storm, kinetic field tied. He's locked in, he can't ravage. Oh, no. It's a 1 for 2. They dive the tier 4s and say, all right, guys, we got to pump the brakes here. Let's back it on up. They've still got ravage and rock. We got to be a little bit careful here.
Yeah, they're out of earn charges, though, so sustain has gone down.
tower is under attack.
But that Vanguard helping out Iceberg.
Right now, Sayoma has Skylark's number. He's just sitting there like, hey, guys, you want to see something funny? I bet you Tide Hunter doesn't ravage this game. This really is the pirate Tide, dude. He's got the little pirate hat. He's got the little flag. Stupid pirate.
Arr.
Yar.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. Ahoy.
Less than a minute left on the Aegis. So now you're going to back on out. Get the next big item onto Iceberg, as you wisely theorized. It is more than likely going to be an Abyssal.
Get out of town, Stan. What rhymes with town? Brown. No way, Jose. Get out of town, Jose. Come on, Iceberg. I'm ready to see the big bashes. They just don't have an answer to this PA, honestly. Like, at Finem's only hope is the perfect team fight. That's what they need to do now. They need to hire that choreographer for that Beyonce video they did in one take, and they need this perfect fight. We got to see some good footwork here. No more of this bounty hunter getting picked off first.
Who's being charged right now? Warlock. They're going in. FNG? God? Nope.
Oh, Jesus. Whoa, nope. He's still thinking about it. FNG gets destroyed. Okay. Now the crush, maybe next time, gets destroyed 1 for 1.
Oh, not again. Skylark.
Skylark.
Just like, please, no.
He's got a Ghost Scepter this time. He lives a little bit longer. He gets off the Ravage. But is it enough? Now the Rock, decently timed. FN with the BKB, trying to go blow for blow with Madara, but it's not going to end well for the Venge. In just a little bit too deep. Buyback now from the Bounty. Vega, they got to get out of dodge. Iceberg, he TP's home. Mag on the run, slithering back up towards the high ground. Sayoma drops himself a kinetic field, and come on, Slardar, keep slithering there. There you go.
Now, this is kind of interesting, though, because what did Vega just do, right? They forced a fight outside the base, and this is something that has crumbled these Warlock lineups before. Like, if you think about trying to go high ground into Ravage and Warlock Golems, you might get 5 heroes there, or at least 3 or 4 heroes. In this case, they only get 2. Everyone gets out. FNG's already back alive, and the Venge is coming back up too, so there is now a pretty huge window where there's no Ravage or Golems, but then you lose the Slardar, and now that whole plan's gone. So, it doesn't matter anymore. Good aggression by Edfin.
Yep, good work for the Bounty. Bounty did also buy back. Not a huge deal, but something perhaps worth noting here. Now Jaw Ranger picks up the Silver Edge upgrade. And Tier 2 tower down bottom. I think soon to be rubble. No reason to glyph. Never mind. Every reason in the world to glyph it because it'll scare him back. Okay.
Yeah, they're out of there. So, Abyssal. Any other big items coming up? Lotus Orb.
What's FNG working on? Nothing. Okay.
Should just be a BKB, I assume. Oh, it'll be a while.
Mag is making progress towards a Lotus. And Sayoma still a little ways off the pipe. He's got the hood, but nothing else.
Fine sentries. Poverty.
Haste.
You ain't got nothing on my mutton. Oh, you gotta say it with the accent for it to rhyme. Damn. There's the gem on Spirit Breaker. I told you, first item gem, dude. I called it.
Actually did.
31 minutes, but still, it's his first item. well, goddamn. I'm really channeling the dotes today, Trent.
I guess he isn't very hopeful towards the big item. Just fair. He's been pretty poor this game. Typically, that's all you ever see from him.
Dude, that Hurricane Pike won the last game. Just saying. All right, come on, y'all. Time to butter the biscuit. Oh, Drow Ranger. I can't wait till elimination mode when that hero is out of every single game.
And Shadow Demon.
Shadow Demon, Drow.
Oh, who else are we going to see? Spectre.
OD,
I kind of miss Spectre.
I'm actually curious what the audience is going to vote.
Techies. Actually, they probably won't. Oh, nice charge. That's the Warlock.
Yep, glimpse back. Easy peasy.
Dunzo. Oh, and an Arcane Rune. Ooh, I wonder how you get that. They must give it the Disruptor. Oh, the Slardar. Okay, well, it's 2 ways to look at it, I guess. The more common crushes are probably more value than having a quicker Static Storm. This is like your one and done kind of fight.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not so much taking a second one.
And probably safe to assume Warlock does not have a buyback here, or safe-ish. They're not too scared of it.
Yeah. Mostly just the Ravage, but again, no Blink. They have the Hurricane Pike to force out the Tide, and looks like they don't even want to risk it. Only 10 seconds till Warlock's back.
Okay.
Don't have an Aegis, so... Oh, look at that timing. How lovely.
Is that Roche? Oh, there he is. Hello. Is this an easy Roche? Free Roche?
I believe it's quite free. I mean, they have a gem. Can't even get scared by the bounty. No FNG shenanigans. He knows how that one works. And his hero just walks in and steals an Aegis.
Yeah. That was brutal. Oh my god. Just walks in. Hey guys! Oh sweet, you're killing Roche. Thanks for the Aegis. We'll see you later. That was sick, man.
That was good. That was against Alliance. You guys missed that game. FNG God.
That was like one of the highlights of our casting so far.
Yeah.
That FNG Slardar game. That entire game, honestly. Hey, Trent,
Bug knew he was being charged and just perfectly drew exactly where the Spirit Breaker went. That was pretty funny.
What's the consensus on R9K these days? Are people using that crap?
Well, I do it so people don't spam a bunch of stupid shit.
Oh, that's so kind of you.
Yeah. Fine.
Buybacks. They've got a couple. Tide has it. Mirana has it. Drow has it. So they've got some options here. We'll zoom out, take a look at the full setup. Vega, slow and steady.
Oh,
There's the
that's
swap onto Madara. It's aggressive, all right. But remember, FN has the Aegis. Now the rock comes down. Madara just getting blown up as Iceberg jumps forward. Spirit Breaker with Nether Strike onto Spartan. Buyback, though, from the Drow Ranger. There's the Ravage. Does set up the kill onto FNG, but PA able to finish off the Tidehunter. And now the BKB Venge flying back through the group. Mag goes back in to reinitiate. Buyback from the Tide.
Oh my god, that's rage-inducing, dude. You got Dagger crit as a Tidehunter for like 1,000 damage.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah.
Oh,
It does hurt. So
I
it
feel
looks
awful.
looks like an okay fight for Ad Finem. It's a 2-for-2. Vega lose the Aegis, but Ad Finem have a double buyback here. So they're far enough behind that they actually get a net worth gain despite having a double buyback used.
Iceberg will make out. Yeah, I think slight mistake from Vega that fight. They didn't focus down Skylack while he was stuck in the Static Storm. So there was like this big moment where they could have stopped the Ravage.
It was another one of these really hard fights to capture where there were all of these little threads. And the swap was not a bad way to start off the fight, but then Drow Ranger instantly got back to the tier 4s. PA said, all right, BKB, let's go. Drow's dying. So the fight started with PA basically like deep in the base.
Yeah.
And the Tide was kind of locked up here, so they just weren't really in a position. They weren't on the same page, and the Tide's just too tanky now for him to die to, one or two heroes. They really have to focus the effort. I think it's a good idea to try to focus the Drow, but at the same time, if you have the Tide locked down like that, Seema can only do so much.
But here they come again. A minute till Warlock, a minute till Ravage.
They know the timing, dude. They're ready.
Yep, it's Dota 2 time. Manta Style and FN. So we'll see if they can find another good swap this time. Drow definitely the target now with no Ravage and no Golems. That's for sure, though. Like, if they can, it's the dream. Good Moonlight Shadow. Any detection? I mean, they have the gem, obviously, but... Oh, they don't have the gem. They actually lost it. They don't have any detection.
About half duration on Moonlight Shadow. Manta Dodge does not work. He gets Force Staff down, but FN... A little pain there. A little pain ski. Upheaval. Obnoxious. But hey, it's illusions. We've seen this before.
No Shadow Demon required.
It's your casual Manta style. Here we go. Glimpse back. Thug. Kinetic Field. He pops the BKB. That is his fresh 10-second BKB right there. That is a victory for Vega. No doubt. Things on cooldown now for 70 seconds.
Yep. Still holding Cheese. Still holding BKB on the PA. Still holding Static Storm. And glimpses back up. Let's go again.
Here we go, baby. Range barracks down. Slardar jumps in. Skylark. I hear the charge.
Cancels.
Smart. Still tough for Vega. Even with this lead, it's hard for them to just break the high ground. Very good high ground defense here for Ad Finem.
And they're worried about being chased. Do they have a scan? They don't. They already used it. Okay.
Charge in the creeps.
Vega, this is looking familiar. Kind of like our last game. Just seems like this, like you've got this. It's like, okay, it's over. Easy peasy. And then suddenly you just get stalled out.
The difference this game, Trent, is that Warlock is not farming.
Yeah, he had about 10 times the net worth last game.
So, and the main difference last time was not only was he farming, but the items like really progressed the game. Aghanims, Refresher, Octarine. And the game, like, it gets easier when you get Octarine. Like, it's maybe hard to make that next jump for Warlock if you don't win a few fights, but Illidan, man, he just farmed like a madman. And like the 30-minute Octarine core, it felt kind of unstoppable. And they could have won that game. It just came down to just, silly positioning more than it did item builds or team fights. The Rock. So I think with that said, Vega should be able to kind of slowly outscale them where they're not going to have to worry about the Warlock ult getting, doubling up and all that kind of stuff. He's, dare I say, never going to have any of those 3 big items in this game.
Yeah, I would say it's not too much of a concern. As long as they don't like mega throw with Iceberg or something and he gets killed like twice in a row, or no weird buyback plays where you just come in with bots and try and end the game.
Whoa,
Good swap.
Swap
No
on the
Storm, though.
Skylark. They don't quite have it. He's got the Ghost Scepter. BKBs get popped, though. FN gets pushed
Crit.
back. Iceberg jumps in and brings down the Warlock. Now he goes back in onto Madara. Iceberg in a little bit deep. Nice Ravage from Skylark as soon as the BKB expires. But hey, it's Cheese. Iceberg makes it back to the low ground, but he could still die here as Thug jumps out. They get the kill on the PA. Very nice. Sioma the Slayer also falls. They had to use the Ravage for this, but Warlock hung on to his ult despite dying. It's a 1 for 2, soon to be 3. Mag with a crush on 1. I don't think he's getting out of this one. Lotus Orb, Force Staff, Blink Dagger. All right, I made a liar of myself. He's fine. That's an elusive
Reading, they're
Slardar.
doing it. They got the kill. They did it.
They really are, though. This is...
It's kind of crazy when you lose a fight that your dagger one-shots the Warlock, though. Like, that was a really nice start for Vega.
That was
But it ends up
literally a
just being
one-shot.
PA alone. Yeah, he just daggered him. Just died.
RN Jesus.
$4K gold. He has Abyssal, but he's not really finding good opportunities to use it.
I don't know what you buy here as PA, though. Like, what's the magic item that allows you to unlock your full potential? Like, do you pick up Assault Cuirass? Do you go, like, survivability?
That's kind of a weird game.
I actually don't know what the build is.
Some sort of just middle ground item, perhaps, like the AC, as he said. A little bit of both.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to go wrong with an AC. I mean, a Vlad's actually, that's an item that they could really use. Doesn't have to be PA that picks it up. And, well, speak of the devil, FNG's reading my mind.
So he's going in for the MKB, it seems. Do they have evasion?
I think
Yeah,
Drow
I didn't
has
notice that.
Yeah, I saw in that last fight. No, Drow doesn't.
Yeah, I know she was missing, and I was like, why is...
Oh, there's a
Oh,
solar
there's
crest on
Solar
Bounty.
Crest, okay.
That's what it
Oops.
is. I noticed that PA like manned up and was missing a lot, and
Yeah.
it seemed like a butterfly kind of popped out of nowhere. But yeah, that's that solar crest.
That's
Very
the
annoying.
one.
PA
yeah.
picking up a Daedalus?
No, it's the MKB.
I know.
Oh. Oh. I thought you were saying... Lol. Lol.
Yeah, the Daedalus PA build. That's right up there with the Battle Fury PA build. They're super sick, bro. She almost has it, too. That's insane. Yeah, this Potom is also really farmed. I feel like we haven't really talked too much about Thug, but he now has Dagon level 1. He's had E-Blade, 8-second BKB. I mean, Roche dies in like 3 auto attacks. That's good. Amp damage plus Deso plus PA. God damn. Okay, so this is it.
This is
Trent.
it?
This is
You-
the
you
fight.
like it? It's good?
Well,
Does Iceberg buy out? He
he
bought out.
does. He goes all in.
I mean, that's fair.
With Aegis, it feels like an appropriate risk.
I don't think they're going to be able to push down, like... Unless you get completely 5-man wiped, chances are they should suffer enough casualties that they can't just 5-man down and do anything that would require you buying back, so...
So what about... Is there a period where... Oh, they already have an Assault Cross, by the way. Venge picked it
Yeah,
up.
FN just... He
She
bought it
just
like, right
bought
after
it.
we were talking about it.
Okay,
yeah.
well, dude, look at this, man. We're starting to get in the
We're
zone.
in.
We're in here. We're in there like swimwear.
It only took us like 16 games.
It only
Wow.
took me 5 years. Oh, my. Is there a point where Venge just straight up takes a nosedive, though, where you're like, okay, I mean, I feel like this is around the point where you should start feeling the hurt of having a position 1 Venge, but
I mean, kind of. Like, other heroes would do more with this amount of gold. Her stat scaling and shit is what makes her so good as a core. Like, she peaks around that 30-minute mark when she's got, like, that... maybe in this case, like the Dragon Lance into the Hurricane Pike. She's got into the BKB, the Helm, and you're like, I am so tanky for my level. It's actually absurd. I do a good amount of damage. My aura is helping my team. You can imagine what a Luna would look like with this much farm right now.
Right.
Like, they just win, you know?
so
But
this is one of those
Luna
things
might not
where
have carried them through the mid-game.
she's like on the tail end of the peak, but still like, you know.
I mean, she still has a shitload of gold, so it's okay. But you know, other heroes could do more with this amount of gold. Just they wouldn't have been able to help you so much in the early mid.
Yeah, 30 minutes is definitely that magic number. But you're right. It's all about getting the momentum to get here, to get Vega ahead. So, all right, no racks in the middle. And there is Limited detection and ward vision here. Let's take a look at what Radiant's got. Just a ward up on the plateau here in their jungle.
FN shows mid.
Looking
For
around
wards,
for wards.
they have the gem.
Gem on FNG.
Purchased by FN.
Oh, yeah. It's about
And here
time
we go.
FN and FNG teamed up.
Yeah, they're swapping lanes. They're like, you know what? Why don't we attack a tower instead of melee Rex? Towers are easier. We don't have to go in as deep.
It's a Dagon level 3, I think. Sure is. Do you know the Dagon images?
Nope.
Yeah, well, get wrecked.
Yeah, you just did great.
Well done there, Slugger. Nice sidestep on the arrow. It actually keeps Venge alive. Takes a Dagon,
Nice.
but she good.
Yeah, Lotus take off the ethereal. It's a nice little addition. Not just good against track this game.
Actually got some decent chip damage on that tower, too. It's down to about 200 HP.
Good lord, look at the HP regen with the Vlads and the helm.
Yeah, man.
You see that?
It's insane.
That was like one wave.
I got scared
Who
for a
needs
second, thinking,
Titanic?
oh no, that's not the hero with the Aegis, but she's got plenty of regen. Arrow will connect, though, on the Venge this time. Big damage onto FN. Has to BKB, and now the fight starts. They go in
that's
onto
good set,
Thug.
though.
Swap, stun, kinetic storm. God damn it. Kinetic field, static storm. Potom dies, and it's a clean kill. Beautifully done.
Didn't rage buyback though, so that means Vega's gonna stick around a bit and set up for a secondary push with no BKB on the PA.
Smart not to buy back there.
Yeah,
Hold
at
it.
least not yet.
Yes, hold it just in case Vega backs out and they don't force the issue.
They just smoked while Bounty was tracked
Dire's bottom tower.
from the Lotus. That's kind of funny.
Oh, I was going to say, Bounty being tracked. How the hell did that happen?
Yeah.
That is kind of funny.
So I think the Dire are fully aware of this little play.
I mean, they
This
seem
ploy.
They seem pretty suspicious. They're wise to the ruse. All right, Vega, come on now. Get her in there. And now it's long enough that's like Potom really doesn't want to buy back now, but might have to. But Dara is alive. Just barely. That's the BKB for Iceberg. They forced the buyback too, and now Vega's like...
There's only 30 seconds left on the Aegis. Radiant aren't going to chase, though.
Still. They just made Potom sit in the grave for 30 seconds and then buy back with 30 seconds left. That's like... That's close to the dream right there.
Oh, nicely done. Big saves from Madara. Quick 4 staffs.
Ooh, a pipe. Disruptor picks up the sticky icky.
Took a while.
Yep. You know, it's nice that we're finally seeing teams like prioritize pipes in non-obvious pipe scenarios. Like, this is a standard fine game for a pipe, you know, but we used to see just like only against Venomancer, Tinker, like, okay, this is an overwhelming amount of magic damage.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like a
I
value
think a lot
item.
of that, it comes from supports not having to spend as much money, though. Like, the reduction in cost of wards and even, like, snowballing from, like, couriers and shit like that.
Also, just the reduction for Hooded Defiance. Like, now that, and that item
Yeah.
having an active, like, as a support, you used to buy that item and feel like, wow, I spent all my money on this hunk of shit that doesn't really do anything. Now you feel like you can actually survive things. You know, it's like a pumped up raindrop, sort of, you know?
Yeah.
But it's cool.
It's a quick roast, too. I think it's, it looked like it was about 40 seconds. It's going to spawn after the timer ends there, so. It'll be a fast one.
Okay.
Radiant probably still destined to give it up.
Yeah, probably a benefit for Vega. Faster roast and keep putting the pressure on. There's a Manta now on Drow. Starting to feel like a BKB on Drow would be helpful. I guess that doesn't really help you against PA all that much. It's tough for Madara. I mean, they're focusing him really hard in these fights. I would say his positioning has been pretty on point the last couple engagements. But they're just like, they're ready to go deep, you know? They're not afraid to pop the BKB and die tier 4s if it means damage on the Drow.
Yeah, we'll see. I guess they don't have anything to punish that still, though. Unless they're going to, like, dunk her with the golem. Then obviously that's a win for Vega. So they saw FNG charge top. And they Moonlight Shadow. They're going to run. Dire Vision didn't see any heroes. See if FNG sticks around. Or if he has successfully baited them. Okay, they just leave.
The baits.
Who's he charging?
I think just
Oh, it was just creep. Okay. I just heard the space cow noise.
Yeah. I wonder what they did to make that noise. It's kind of a weird noise, like how they recorded it. Go out in the field.
I don't
get
know.
some-
I've
get some
seen, like,
cows.
when you look up some of the weird stuff about game noises, like Mario and Mario, and Donkey Kong, it's like reverse dolphin and whale noises and stuff. Like a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
Wacky.
It's real weird.
No Aegis charge faked out here again by F&G.
I really
Where
like
the golems there.
I really like the invulnerable sound.
This is a risky spot to stand as a warlock, kind of. Well, I mean, you can reach to here.
He looks pretty good. I mean, it's really
And
only
then
if
it's like
Venge
this.
waves, then they'll find you. I mean, maybe Mag could guess that he could be hiding there.
How did he get in there? Oh, it's cut right there.
Wow, Madara swapped in and brought down so fast. I mean, the golems just didn't even matter. 2 heroes dead. Instant buybacks. Now the Ravage from Skylark. Iceberg taking a lot of damage. Thug comes in to burst him, and they will bring down PA, but this fight far from over. Vega still with a lot of resources. Now Radiant pop their BKBs. FN life-stealing like a madman as he right-clicks down Skylark. Tide just barely lives. Somehow all 5 still alive for Ad Finem after the buybacks. They'll finally kill the Disruptor, and now the chase continues. They bring down Slardar. FNG trying to TP home. He will. Just barely as the arrow falls short. So a good hold for Ad Finem. They do end up with a net worth game, but it costs them 2 buybacks. One on Warlock and one on Drow.
All the gold goes into a bounty hunter? Into a Mirana? I don't know.
This game's starting to get a little scary here.
It is. Like, they went high ground without Aegis, and now they've given it up. Big deal. Looks like the Radiant maybe feeling like they can apply some pressure mid, though. Can't really blame them for trying. Hoping for it. They're going to send the Wolf to scout.
I mean, I think especially after you use buybacks like that, you want to push the envelope as much as you can. Maybe force some enemy buybacks if possible.
Oh, they have ping, though. They're like, oh my god, Orochi, let's go.
Wow, you're right. They go right for it. This is huge.
Well, now, like, because the big thing about having big wombo combo lineups like Ravage and Ulti is that you just never want to spend them until you've already broken the Aegis, and then you can get the big wombo combo and Iceberg can't, like, break your combo. But now that's been denied to them. So the best tool that you can't buy up against wombo combo is gone.
And Mr. Tidehunter has a cheese. So now if he gets caught inside of the Static Storm,
it's all good,
he might have a chance. Oh. Speaking of that, best emote ever here on this channel, Sayori Cheese.
Wait, we're not on your channel anymore.
Twitch. Oh yeah, we're not on my channel. Fuck. Ah, no. Brain's melting slowly but surely. Well, Moonduck's also got some real bitchin' emotes. Should check him out, guys.
Did we get any more from the Prime subs?
That's a good question. We might have unlocked another threshold, actually. I'm not sure if we were at 50 or 100. I forget where the thresholds go. Is it every 50 after 100?
Do you think I know, dude?
Well, maybe. You're a guy that's in the know. But yes, I know you don't have 150 subs.
True, I really don't.
Do you have any subs?
What? I have 4.
4? Wow.
Thanks, guys.
That's more than I do right now, I think.
I don't even have emotes.
The most I've ever had, I think, is 38.
Really? Back when you were blogging and
that was when I was like streaming at BTS
going
and
ham.
like, all right, guys, I'm getting the subscribers.
Yeah, I remember that. You were doing your little podcast, streaming all the time.
Yeah, it was not
leggings
worth the effort.
days.
Not worth the effort, but it was fun.
Well, this game, we're still continuing. Shadowblade coming in, Silver Edge, Drought, Aegis, Disruptor, 1, 2, 3. Yep, later. Looks like PA.
Really does. He does not have a buyback
Speaking
either.
of which, PA's on Mirana.
Mag, he comes in. I'm looking at the thread up top, but now PA, yeah, she has to BKB defensively. More of these little 1v1s. This is pretty big, though, for Ad Finem. It's a BKB down on PA, and Disruptor's dead. He used his ultimate, too, so that'll be on cooldown for 50. This is a pretty big window. The Static Storm has been, like, the one crux they haven't been able to overcome. But they just back out. What? E-Blade on Bounty.
Hey, man, gotta spend that Skrilla. good against the PAs. These BKB charges are wearing down. I was wondering if she might end up going to Diffusal, honestly. It's not even bad at this point.
Yeah.
Now with the secondary one, like Manta or Diffusal or something.
Yeah.
I guess
gonna
Mag
be
will just be lotusing her, though.
But the Diffusal's still nice if they try to, you know.
Well, it's good for the Purge, too, like, because of the break. Because it still gives you back your evasion. Because they haven't invested into MKBs.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, too.
Oh! Did you see that?
Was that a
Did you
one
see
hit?
Top?
No, I
Oh
was
my
following the
God.
Spirit Breaker to charge and do it. Is it another one shot?
Literally just one-shot it. That's so infuriating.
And maybe next time is
God.
dead.
And
Wow.
the gem. Oh my god, that would tilt me so hard. Woo!
Wow.
Just a lad trying to TP home.
See, that was one of those. I was literally trained on the Spirit Breaker. Like, all right, charge up top and dead. Sick.
Good lord.
And that is not the first time this game that's happened either. He's been one shot. Is that the third time now? At least the second.
Yeah.
Third time, it's just been one dagger, one shot, one kill.
Jumped on top.
So this is a pretty good timing for Vega. There's about a minute and a half on both the buybacks here for Ad Finem Warlock and the Drow Ranger. So if they pick off Drow, this game could actually just end. Madara with a gust on 3. Very nice. FN. Manta. Now Madara. He gets bashed. No follow-up.
Oh, the fortify. They want this Rex so bad, though. Where's the Stack Storm?
Yeah, they really do.
Doma's
There's the
looking for the
swap.
plays.
BKBs get popped. They go in onto Thug. He gets crit and he gets brought down. Tide holding the Ravage. Now he uses it. Connects on most of the Dire.
Revenge down.
Rocks have already fallen, but now a buyback on Thug. Vega are in full retreat mode. PA silenced. Getting kind of low.
Where was the... Okay, we're good. We're good.
Sioma.
Are they going to go back
TP's
in? They
home.
have BKB on the slider.
I don't think so. I think they just head for the hills. Mirana buyback. All right, that one was kind of costly. For Radiant, I mean. Another buyback used. Yeah, sure, they got the Venge. They hold on a little bit longer.
Yeah, but it is your Mirana, as said, so...
Dude, this
Oh,
game.
man.
This is getting really tense. Now we're at the point where the Venge just feels
Awful,
lackluster. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, she's just... Swap is great. That's a good way to start the fights. Once she pops BKB, she'll get off a couple of right clicks. But as soon as that BKB is done, she's pretty much dead. I think Vega were certainly hoping to close this one out. Maybe
About
Maybe a-
20-some minutes ago.
maybe a little faster than this. Yeah.
This is satanic, though.
Chad is having a hardcore debate about item choices. I like it. I like seeing people so feisty.
No, man, are they ever?
The passion. Here we go. Mag, 10-second, no, 8-second BKB. My God.
They have done some of these smoke plays, and the Radiant have played it off so well. Like, Finem has always just been so cautious. Bots, too, on the Venge. She's ready to come into this play. They can do a Spirit Breaker shenanigans.
Swap.
She swaps to the Tide.
Are they going to get him, though? BKB's used. Tied pretty
He has
low.
cheese.
He has cheese. He also doesn't have Ravage. They'll bring
Can
him
he use
down.
it?
Crit from PA. Now the BKB used by Iceberg. Vega back out and reset. Happy with just a quick pick on the Tide.
Okay. Well, I mean, he has his buyback, so I guess he didn't feel like cheese was necessary without Ravage. That makes sense. That's fair. Ooh, time to get aggressive on the Radiant, perhaps, on these smokes.
Diehard cheese.
There it is. This best looking cheese on Twitch. There's a few imposters, but they all look gross. I'd actually eat that cheese because it's a picture of real cheese. FNG. Here we go. The level 2 BOTs. They're going in hard on Madara, and he's down. But he's got another buyback. It'll be a very
Strats.
long cooldown if he dies again after this buyback. They don't have a glyph. They'll finally get mid lane of barracks. Those level 2 BOTs, man, that was sneaky.
How has this ward been
What?
up for so long?
Tide bought back 2. It's a double buyback. They're not going to get anything for it unless... Are Vega going back in here?
Them are goofing.
That Tide buyback, I think, was a mistake. Now he's stuck in the kinetic field.
Nice E-Blade defensively.
Nice crack and shell off the stun as well, but Thug, he can't die here. He pops the BKB. There's the Ravage. It's getting FNG low. He'll be the first one to go down. That's a gem on the deck.
Well, they can't see it because of the tree.
But on the other side, Mag getting low. He's trying to run. They will man up onto the Drow Ranger. It's a dieback on her. Now they go into Skylark. It's a dieback on him. Iceberg, the hero of this game. They have no way to shut him down at this point. Dagon will bring down Slardar. Maybe on the backside. They go for maybe next time. Iceberg. Oh, the E-Blade. It's so annoying.
Gem.
I see it. I see it hiding there. Team fight
Man,
recap.
this ward won them the game, honestly. I mean, they're probably going to win anyway, but, like, maybe not. I don't know. The past, like, 4 kills have all just been this ward, but it's so common for teams to de-ward. Like, always have sentries in these areas.
As soon as you lose that tower or the barracks, you got to keep detection there.
Hey, you know what's coming in this area, like, every time. It's shocking to not have Finem, a team who's usually very good on that. Of course, it's a stressful game. We're an hour in, but twice in a row, they just get dunked from low ground.
Well, especially when you're locked in base, like giving the other team vision to initiate, that's like half the battle. And Vega with that vision, you know, especially when you have Avenge, like those swaps were huge.
Then that forced staff into the fountain.
Hello, love.
Still too tanky.
Well, that would be Megas.
La Megas.
And add Finem. They're going for the tiebreaker here. They're like, listen, we're dragging this out, baby. Tiebreak us if you must. But we will not lose the time rating.
Oh yeah, that's true. Good point. What's their possibility here? Do they have any hope? YOLO down mid with golems and Ravage, I suppose.
Hey, you know, last game, I wish that Drow Ranger just did the build that Venge did this game. He just picked up a Satanic. This would have been it would have been the perfect Venge build for the last game we just cast.
I mean, PA's got one too now. There's the Scotty.
A Scotty
Diffusal on the Slardar. That's really smart too.
Yeah, finally another diffusal.
Something else to purge off this ridiculousness on his PA.
PA dumps the
and the Tide, for that matter, defensive E-Blades.
Desolator. One minute on Roche. It's a long respawn. Add Finem. Ready for one last hurrah. 20 seconds on the rock. Ravage just about up. Minimal buybacks available.
FNG scouting him with the Shadow Blade.
Ooh, here we go. Right in onto Spartan. My God, poor Spartan. He's dead. No buyback. Not going to be able to use his golem. Now Skylark gets jumped on. He uses the Ravage. Didn't really have much of a choice. It's on 2 BKB targets. He'll start to get away, but Madara gets jumped on now.
Purged.
Good night, Drow. Good night. Game is over. 62 minutes, 24-42. Vega Squadron take the match. And this makes the EU group even more interesting. Things leveling out. That takes Ad Finem now to 3 losses. And keeps Vega Squadron's hope alive.
Good patience from Vega. Had a lineup that fell off. Could have went worse. A couple missteps, but good late game decision making. Good late game picks. That bots too paid off so heavily on the Venge. That's kind of funny. Like two right in a row kills where they just like botsed into the Spirit Breaker and swallowed them out of the base. So
it's nice to see
crafty.
It's nice to see them buy that item with a game plan, though. I think a lot of the time when BO2 level 2 is picked up, it's literally just, I have so much money, I don't know what to do now, so fuck it, I'll upgrade. But that was like, no, I'm going to buy this item, and we're going to cripple them with it. And it helped end that game, no doubt.
43-24, man. They held on, though. I mean, the double wombo combo was certainly scary from Finem, but
I mean,
well done, Vega.
Iceberg opened up a can of whoop-ass that game.
He